what's happening? Today I am gonna give you 2 community grants that are out at the moment. Deadlines are coming up, so I just think we need to get onto them right now. So guys in the London area, people in the north, I'm sorry I haven't got nothing coming up at the moment, but as soon as I do, I'm gonna put it out. Yeah, but Londoners, this one's for you. Yeah, so there's 2 small grants programs that if you want to pilot something over I wouldn't say over the summer, maybe you're looking at the autumn, maybe we're looking at the autumn time, but you want to pilot something, look at these 2. Yeah, very, very short deadlines, but we can do it. Yeah, we can do it. So let's move on to it right now. Let's get to it. So the first one I want to talk to you about is the Redbridge Community Projects Fund. Okay. So Redbridge is an area in East London. Yeah, so this is targeting projects in East London. Okay, so the purpose of the Redbridge Community Projects Fund is to contribute towards thriving third sector projects in the Redbridge area. Yeah, they want to increase participation. They want to encourage more volunteering. So anything around those kind of projects or anything that really ties into social need, this is what they're going to be looking at within the borough. Now, the deadline for this one, we've got to move fast. 30th of July at midday. You've got to get your application in. I would, to be realistic, I would say you should be aiming for maybe the 28th of July. Yeah, maybe aim for the 28th of July. Put that in your calendar. Write the bid for the 28th of July and then submit it. Give yourself 2 days grace, because you don't want to wait until Monday and then something goes wrong with your laptop or whatever else, and then you can't get the application in, and then you've got to talk your way into the funder accepting your bid because it's coming late. Don't fall into that trap. You're better off just applying, making the application on the 28th, put it in, peace of mind, you're done. Do you know what I mean? In between that time, just go over the bid, get a lot of eyes on it. Of the people who you're going to be working with, get their eyes on it so they can cover everything in there. Make sure your numbers are right, yeah, in terms of your target beneficiaries and your costs. Just make sure those are on point. And yeah, that's it. Bob's your uncle. Yeah. So if you want to contact anyone about this particular grants fund, either send an email to applications@londoncf.org.uk. or you can just call 0207 582 5117. Yeah, the London Community Foundation are actually managing that part of the process, so they'll be the ones that you will speak to when you make the call. But they'll be able to. There's more information online. I'll leave the links below on the description. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, just click the YouTube symbol to get the information off the YouTube page, and you'll see it all on there. And yeah, I'll leave all that information in the link for you. The eligibility criteria is quite simple for this one. Yeah, applications have to address one or more of these priority areas. Yeah, this is something that a lot of people miss sometimes when they're applying for funding. Yeah, so there's 4 strands that you just need to tap into one of these strands. Okay, if you're applying for projects within this area, it's a small grants fund. Yeah, so 1 is improving life chances of disadvantaged children, young people, and adults. Okay, so if you've got a project that is about enhancing the life chances of people who live within this area, in the Redbridge area, because there's multiple levels of deprivation on that side of town. I know that area a little bit, and I know there's quite a lot of deprivation in that area. So if you are working with that group of people, disadvantaged children, young people, adults, have a look at this fund, yeah, and see what it can do for you. Also, developing social networks, improving the ability for residents to support one another. So, like for example, if you've got maybe like a Facebook group that tells people about community projects, could be a radio station, community radio station. I'm just throwing ideas out there in terms of social networking and communication tools that people are using at the moment to get the message out there and improve the quality of life or life chances for people in these areas. Again, this is something that you could probably apply to. Have a look at the funding criteria and the funding guidelines. Yeah, it will help you big time. Okay. Next one, supporting health and well-being of residents. Yeah, so putting projects in place that will help people's health and well-being. Yeah, so if you've got a social care intervention project or any type of project that helps to reduce inequalities, health inequalities within the community, this may be of use to you. Yeah. And the last one is supporting social action. So this is all about just getting people involved, yeah, and getting people to come together for a common cause. So it could be maybe a gardening project, it could be a volunteering service, something that is getting people together to engage and take action into improving the local area. So these are the funding guidelines that you need to follow for this particular grant. Very simple if you're working along those lines. Now the grant allocation is a bit strange on this one, a bit hazy. Minimum grant sizes are £5,000, and what the site is encouraging is basically they're kind of saying to you these grants are more likely to be ones that will be successful. However, the average grant size can be £25,000. So they're not saying that. When you check out the criteria, I'm going to put all the links and stuff below. You'll see what I mean. There's no maximum grant size for this fund, but they're more or less steering you towards smaller grants. So I would say this is more for your pilot projects. Yeah, I would say more for pilot projects. If you want to start an idea and see how it goes, or you want to just run you've got a targeted project, a focused project, you need to hit a particular target within a certain time frame, then I would say this is more likely the grant pot you should go for. They're saying it's highly competitive. I would say go for it. I'd say go. That's me. I'm a competitive guy. I believe I can do it. So if I was applying for this, I probably would go for the 25,000, but I'd make sure that the impact and my outcomes are tangible. You can see where it's going. You can see what the cost benefit is to the wider community. I would say if you're not willing to do all of that, like I said, do a pilot application for £5,000, test your idea, and then what you could probably do is come back at a later time when this fund comes back again, or a similar fund, and go for more funding to do that. So you've got to be smart when you're applying for these funds to support your projects. So that's what I would do with this. Okay, the next one is by Deutsche Bank. Yeah, Deutsche Bank have got another small grants pot, and this is a fund. This is one of their corporate social responsibility funds. So as part of their CSR, they've got this pot of money here to help, again, disadvantaged communities. London is the area where this is targeting. I keep saying to you guys up north, at the moment I'm focusing on London because this is what's coming through, but I will have stuff for you later on down the line as and when I get it. I'm a Londoner as well, so maybe it's just maybe there's something with my cookies or something on my computer, I don't know, but I'm just getting all this London stuff. But the eligibility criteria for this Deutsche Bank small grants pot, okay, they're looking at areas in London, 9 London boroughs: Barking and Dagenham, Hackney, Haringey, Lewisham, Southwark, Tower Hamlets, Westminster, Camden and Brent. So again, if you're doing projects in these areas, hopefully your ears are pricking up and you're like, right, what's going on here? Okay, now you've got to fall into this criteria: projects that are helping to reduce social isolation and advance mental health and well-being. Okay, so any projects that are working with people, with mental health issues and reducing isolation, this is something that you should look at. Okay, this is something that you should look at. Also, yeah, in particular, projects that reduce social isolation and mental health and well-being of older people, because mental health can affect all different ages, but this fund in particular, they're looking at older people's projects. Okay, so again, if you're working with the over 55s or over 50s, have a look at this fund. Again, probably looking at pilot projects because the amount is £5,000. Okay, it's still a decent amount of money to get something kick-started. Okay, I know it's not like a million, but it's a good start. I think a lot of things, if you're piloting stuff or you're reaching a specific group of people, it's good to have some focused projects. You don't always have to have this big, massive, long-term idea. You could have a long-term strategy, for example, but you could do it in bite-sized chunks. And that's a good way of making sure you keep momentum. Because sometimes we can't get those 100,000 bids or £500,000 bids. Sometimes it's very difficult to obtain those. But if you start with small, as they say, small bricks help to build the big house. So sometimes it's lay the foundation with the smaller projects, smaller funds, and that way, you can build up your reputation and you can still help these people right now. So yeah, the grant sizes are £5,000, and the applications, I think the best thing to do, contact the LCF again, speak to them, find out as much information as you can. The number's going to be coming up on the screen. Give them a call. Now, this one's a bit tighter. The deadline is Friday, the 20th of July, midday again. I would say we're already at the 6th of July. So it's not long, but you've got enough time that you can put something in. I'd say aim for the 18th or 19th of July, get your application in, speak to someone at the fund. Everything is all online. So again, I'll send you the links. So it's easy to make these applications in the sense of accessing the forms and getting them into the provider. You haven't got to wait for paper forms to come in, write things down. You can type it all up, word process it, check it over, spell check, bam, send it in. Yeah, done and dusted. All the funding guidelines will be here. I'll leave all the links there. Click on them. Any information you need outside of that, you can contact me. I don't mind if you put a question up and I'll try and answer it within the comment section. Yeah, make sure you utilize that as well. So that's the Deutsche Bank fund, 5k. Get on it. So that's it. Yeah, just 2 today, 2 quick funds. I saw the deadlines coming up, so I've got more coming up. Just going to do a bit more research on them, but these ones look fairly. I hate to use the word easy. They look amenable. Yeah, that you can make an application, a decent application, no matter what level you are in terms of writing bids, and there's a chance that you'll be successful. If you're struggling, hit me up in the comment section. Let's have a chat. I can help you try and put together a bid, or at least steer you in the right direction. Yeah, that's why I put them up. I put them up to help you, but I'm also here to help you as well if you wanna contact me about these grants. So yeah, get onto them. All the information is below. I'm gonna have another community grants video coming up soon. Hopefully, I have some stuff for you guys in the north. Yeah, and until then, enjoy the good weather outside. I need to go get a haircut as well, man. This trim's not. I'm not happy with what's going on here at the moment. I keep missing my barber's appointment. Terrible. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.